If your first date goes off the rails, you'll likely never get the chance to show someone the real you. So how do you make sure your first date goes well and leads to a second and third date? Start by never saying these 11 things on your date. Hi everyone, it's Patty from Executive Search Dating, Vancouver's #1 personalized matchmaking service. Today's subject is 11 things you should never say on a first date. No matter how great you are on the inside, it's often someone's first impression of you that means the most, especially on a first date. So here's 11 things you should really avoid saying in any way, shape, or form on your first date. Number 1, why are you single? This question puts your date on the defensive right off the bat. Right after they finish answering this question, they'll likely be asking themselves the following question: why am I on this date? Number 2, how's your dating life going? Similar to the first question, this can make your date feel awkward. Should they say it's going well, or should they say it's going terrible? Whichever way they answer, it's really a dating minefield either way. Number 3, I hate my job. Listen, sometimes your job is stressful, particularly if you're a professional, but no matter what you think of your job, a first date is absolutely not the time to get into details about it. Focus instead on getting to know each other. There'll be plenty of time to talk in more detail about your job on a second or a third date or beyond. Number 4, how much do you make? This question is pretty much inappropriate in any situation and absolutely on a first date. Number 5, who did you vote for? Cliches are cliches for a reason. They're often true. And you've probably heard that old cliche to not talk about politics on a date or with somebody new. Well, that cliche is also absolutely true. Don't talk about politics, at least not on your first date. Number 6, do you believe in God? Now, if there was ever a really terrible question to start off a first date, this might be it. Similar to the last point, this may be a very important issue for you, and I absolutely get that. The thing about dating, though, is there's a time to discuss it and a time not to discuss it. And a first date is definitely not a time to talk about your own religious beliefs and the other person's religious beliefs too. Number 7, I'm so tired. Saying you're tired, even if you actually are exhausted, sends a clear message that you're not interested in your date. Try to be energized on your date, and if you're not feeling that way, fake it, at least for the first date. Number 8, you look different than I expected. Making any comments or questions about someone's appearance, physical appearance, can often lead your date to feel self-conscious, which is a terrible vibe to have on a first date. So unless you're giving somebody a sincere compliment on their appearance, which is absolutely great and even advisable, but it has to be sincere, of course. Really avoid, other than that, avoid any kind of discussion or comments about their physical appearance entirely. Number 9, when was your last relationship? You really need to avoid asking overly personal questions like this one on a first date. Assume that they're single and looking for a new relationship partner. After all, they are on a date with you. Number 10, what are you looking for? Bringing your own dating checklist to a date is almost always a terrible idea. And so asking this question is basically asking your date to bring out their dating checklist, which is likewise a terrible idea. And number 11, I, etc. Talking about yourself the whole date is an absolute chemistry killer. Taking a genuine interest in your date is really the way you want to go, and will dramatically increase your chances of a second date, a third date, and ultimately a relationship. There you have it, everyone. I hope you found that interesting and useful. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.